Stream vibes.
1st of November, gentlemen. This is it.
How's your Halloween? Big, very big, very large. How big? Huge. Definitely, I'm paying the price for it today. Peter was just saying as I was arriving that I look like shit, basically, and I certainly feel that way too. So I think this week is going to be a bit of detox.
I'm down a little bit on this partying front. Although the party never stops, so I'm not saying it's stopping, just slowing down.
No, it never stops. It's the people that stop. The party itself keeps going.
We try to stop, but we can't.
Yeah, we can't. So, what did you go as? I saw you were a bit of an officer. Yeah, you had a police hat on.
I had the police hat on that I borrowed from my friend Serena only for I think Sunday night. Got an invite from this lovely lady to join her party on Sunday night. So I just borrowed a police hat. But for the rest of the weekend, I purchased Al Baba, which is like the clothes that the sort of like the aunties wear. Mm-hmm. It's kind of like matching top and bottom. Actually, like a couple of years ago, Sean and Lewis had some photos in the social media that went viral.
The Baba ones?
The Baba ones.
I think I do remember something.
Yeah. So I figured, well, Sean's not here this weekend, so I'll take that idea.
Did you pat any ladies down?
Did you arrest anyone?
No.
I would have seen. At the party you went to. Was there like 90% Squid Game based costumes?
Not 90%, but there was definitely a few.
A lot of people went all out.
Tien's costume. So Tien's the lady who invited me last night. Her costume was excellent. It was like excellent.
A nice twist on it.
It was the correct color, the correct design, but it was also like very feminine. Oh my god, I loved it.
It's like a nice anime version with some sexiness in it because it made it. She didn't look like she was a prisoner.
No, definitely not.
If you guys have got any of your costumes that you wore, send them in to us and we'll post them through so everyone can see what you went as. I actually went as something. I didn't go as something. I did dress up something just for the photos. And because I knew everyone was going to do Squid Game, on the Friday show, me and Pat already wore the masks just to sort of open the show. But I went as something that was low cost and without like as much makeup and just using what I had on me that didn't need extra additives. And it's on my other phone. I'll show it to you guys in a sec. But if you can have a guess, so obviously I kept my long hair. Who could I be? Have a quick guess. I'm going to grab the phone.
All right.
So you didn't do anything spectacular.
It's a person. It's a real person.
So he went as a real person.
Steve Aoki.
Hey!
Wait, did I get that right?
Yes!
Wow, I was not expecting that.
I even did the Steve Aoki jump.
Yeah.
With the pants and all.
Oh, that's cool. Wait. Are we showing the camera here?
That actually fully likes it.
There we go. Wow, there we go.
All you needed is a cake.
Yeah,
that's fantastic.
But I also because you know how he likes to meditate, so I also sat down and did meditation
with Kat.
With the cat.
That is cool.
Meditation with Kat. That is really cool. But this should just be like your normal daily outfit, mate.
There's only room for one Steve Aoki, unfortunately.
Imagine going out to town just carrying like this massive cake, and they're like, "Who are you?" Oh, Steve Aoki.
That would be funny as.
That would be hilarious.
Funny as.
Yeah, nice one.
Awesome.
That's great. I love that. That's a really cool outfit. Really cool look.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Q stream here with Q Squad. I think Sean will join us in a little bit later. He just messaged just now. But as you know, 1st of November, many things are happening. For one, I think domestic travel is fully open.
Any sources on that? I'd be very interested in that because I was actually hoping to go to either Vung Tau or Mune or something, maybe even this weekend coming.
Mm-hmm. I don't know if it's fully confirmed by like how we used to get with the letters, but that was the latest news, but they haven't pushed anything back.
Just to let you guys know, my friends just came back from Vung Tau.
Oh,
Ah,
so
okay.
what was the feedback?
They said that it's just normal travel,
Was there any checkpoints or
no
stuff?
checkpoints.
Okay.
And I heard reports today also from someone that was in Vung Tau that but like a lot of things are still closed, and so it was like pretty boring apparently.
Beach is
that-
open though?
Beach
No one
open.
really swims
Like,
there anyway.
but no one swims there anyway. So some establishments are open, but like you said, there's
A lot of closed.
At least the Bunkok the famous Bunkok is open.
Yes. Yeah. The rest.
You know the
restaurant,
Bunkok.
Yeah.
You like the Bunkok.
In
Vung Tau. They're
Vung Tau.
famous for it.
No, I've never had it.
No,
Oh.
it's the clay pot thing with the
Clay pot with the little.
the mixture thing.
Yeah.
I don't know how to explain it in English.
It's like a
Have a look at
rice.
It's like a little white rice thing
It's
with
like
with like a prawn in the middle, right?
Yes,
yeah. So
exactly.
I had that when I was in Canyo or Conyo.
So Vung Tau is famous for that.
Okay, right.
Because the restaurant is around this big tree.
Oh, really? So
Yeah.
there's a specific tree restaurant.
Well, it's a tree that it's just in the middle of it. So then they've just made Bunkok this, and then that became the name of the place.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Cool. That makes
And
sense.
it's very like it's not like a restaurant or anything. I think in recent times so they expanded, but the original is around this tree. You sit on all these small little stools, and if you do it at home, you just have a small one with maybe 20 of those little.
Yeah,
this is this massive.
It goes around the tree.
Yeah, and it's
Yeah.
like
They
it's
built
like
around it.
yeah, and there's all these ladies sitting there just flipping them.
Oh, I love that. I love
It's
that.
so good.
So
It tastes really
I
good
did
too.
actually have Bunk Hot the other weekend when I went down to Canyo, and I didn't realize that it originated in Vung Tau, but I guess it would make sense given that it's on the sea.
How was it? The one that you had?
Really good.
Nice.
Really good. I actually I'm not a big fan of seafood, but this was really like so fresh and tasty and yeah, really nice.
And the
It's really
vegetables that go with it,
Yeah.
right? It's so basic, and then you just dip it in that nukmao.
Well, see, when I was younger, I used to like eating it as if it's in a bowl. So I used to lay the lettuce in and then put them in on and the sprouts and then the
drip it
drizzle,
all
and I'd
over.
eat it like that. But as I got older, I enjoy wrapping it and then dipping it.
nice. Man, this is making me hungry.
It is. I'm missing that now.
Okay, so in English here, apparently it's called like pancake.
Pancake.
I guess
with
it's kind of
small
like a pancake.
mini rice
Mini
pancake.
With small shrimp and what?
Small shrimp
And fish sauce.
We had different types. We had a shrimp one, and then remember you, me, and Stevie. We had 3 different types of
Yep.
shrimp one, pork,
Yeah.
and some other one.
It was like pork
We
mince.
tried all 3.
So you know who I was on the phone to earlier, which is why I'm slightly late. Apologies for my very late arrival.
You made it on
Sven
time.
called me
Svenny,
right as I was leaving. He
Sven
called me.
normally calls around this time because it's what 7
His
o'clock,
driving
right?
time.
Yeah.
His driving time. So
How's you
one
doing?
of my very dear friends. So I'm looking forward to chatting to him at some point when we're both free at the same time.
Mhm.
But he said hello to
Yeah, well, I told him to join our
the
stream.
crew.
I said you don't have to watch it; you can just put an earphone on and listen to it if you're busy.
Well,
doing
hopefully he's listening, motherfucker.
stuff. Yes. Svenny. Hurry up and find some time and come back here and hang out at least,
Yes.
even if
Easier said than done, I think,
I
but
know.
still valid.
But if at least if you have the thought in your mind, then you can sort of work towards it.
I agree.
There you go.
I have suggested this to him also.
Okay, so the other good news is today's Movember.
Movember.
Ooh, November 1st.
So we're starting off with men's health. So if you guys aren't aware, men's have health problems as well. You guys seem to think that we're quite indestructible, but no, women have issues. For example, like with breast cancer and stuff, we have issues with our balls as well. So
Prostate cancer,
testicular-
testicular cancer, various other men's health.
yep, mental health as well.
Yes, huge thing.
So we're raising awareness and raising money.
And money. Not just awareness, also money.
If you guys look in the description, I already put a link there, and it's where we've created a team on the official Movember.com site. We're called Q Squad Mo Bros. So you can donate as much as you want.
much
$1.
as you can.
Yeah, as much as you can. We're doing it for the whole month. So the rule is, we'll reiterate it for you. Today's the first. Bless you. Today's the 1st of November. We all got to start with a clean face. I haven't yet because I'm going to do it on the show in a moment.
I got a head start. over the weekend.
Yesterday, yeah.
So this is as close as my clippers would allow me to get, and this will be the starting point. Look, it's pretty close. Yeah, but I'm looking forward to seeing how much of a hideous mustache I can grow by the end of the month, and the more ridiculous, the better. And hopefully that will enable us to raise not just awareness but also money for men's health issues. Now, I think Movember Foundation was actually started by Australians. Correct me if I'm wrong, but now this is like almost like a worldwide phenomenon. It's become quite well known.
You're right, because when you register, it has a lot of the countries that you're from. It doesn't have Vietnam or a lot of Asian countries, but there's a tab that says other countries not listed. Because I don't think, I don't know, this might be a stereotypical thing. Maybe they don't realize that Vietnamese people can really grow a mo at all. So maybe it's,
I guess you're going to prove that for us in the next month, won't you, Petey?
Yes. So we're going to start with a clean face, and I'm going to take a photo of the boys. Sean will do the same distance. For the whole 30 days, we have to groom and grow our mo. Cannot have beards or goatees. So that has to keep getting shaved, I guess. And then from that point,
we will raise awareness and money.
Yeah.
But do you remember that there was actually like 5 actual rules that the Movember Foundation actually says that these are the 5 rules for participating. And from memory, they were along the lines of, you've got to start with a clean shaven face. You got to cultivate a mo.
Yeah.
And I remember the last one, but what were the third and fourth? I guess one of them must be about like raising awareness and money.
Use the power of the mustache.
Use the power of the mustache.
Because people are going to see it, because they're not used to you having a mo or the way it looks or having a mustache. They're going to go, hey, what's up with the mo? And that's a segue.
That's the segue.
That's the entry. Raising awareness.
Like, why haven't you shaved?
Yep. And
Let me tell you.
Yeah. Then the last one is always be a gentleman.
Be a gentleman about.
So you can't be a mo and be a dickhead. So
it should just be like a basic life rule, right?
Yeah.
Just don't be a dickhead.
And I'm going to go to connoisseur and try and get those curls. That's going to go the.
I reckon I'll try the trucker.
The trucker. You're the Mexican one.
Yeah.
And then. No, you got the one down here.
That is a trucker, isn't it?
The handlebars.
Yeah, that's it.
And then Sean was doing what was he doing?
I mean, he should be doing the Mexican surely.
Or the thin one, right?
Yeah, the thin one would be fine. Here we go.
There we go. Perfect.
The After 8. I'm not sure my beard would be dark enough for After 8.
That's what I'm doing. The undercover brother.
The undercover brother. Yeah, I might go for the trucker.
Mm-hmm.
See if I can make it look as dirty as possible.
I'll share our little page up for everybody to have a look.
And we'll share the link as well.
Yeah. So right now it's at 0.
We need a better photo than that, mate. We gotta get that done as soon as we can.
Yes. Well, we get the first one up. Once I get Sean's, then I'll get it the same. We got a nice white wall here. Coolies. All right,
exciting.
We're in. Cool. All right, ladies and gentlemen, don't go away. We'll be right back after these 30 seconds.
All right.
Welcome back to Q Stream of Vibes with the Q Squatty. Paddy, you worked last night.
I did.
Back at the club.
Nice.
Back at the club last night. Was
How
good.
was it?
It was good.
Was it packed?
I played at 12:30 all the way till 2 a.m. Shout out to Ed because he wanted to come until I told him the time that I was playing, and he said, "I'm too old for that. I can't get out at that time."
Jesus, he's not 30 yet, is he?
Not even.
Isn't he?
No, I don't think so.
Like shit, high 20s maybe.
Yeah.
Right.
That explains a few other things, though.
Yeah, and then he thought I was playing at like 10 o'clock or something. So and then he said, "Man, I want to come, but he doesn't have a pass for 12:30. Not yet, anyway. Not on the Sunday, and plus he's teaching in the morning, so he has a class. Sorry,
I did see a video. Did see a video of him actually at the class. I think this one might be like one of his first ones. Like he's very early in this new job.
Yeah. Simply
But,
English.
Yeah, lots of little children screaming and running around. It looked like a lot of fun actually.
I did some of the the business cards for them. Just simple. Because I mean, like the main teacher, she's married to a foreign teacher. They've run the school for several years, quite successful. Like they've got a good handful of students, And I think when Ed started working there, he noticed that she didn't even have a Facebook page.
Oh, wow.
She didn't have. She just basic printout signage on the door of their classroom, which is in where Ed lives as well. So then he just called me in just to see it, and I said, "Hey, it's up to you. Like, I would suggest that you get some online presence, and Facebook is perfect because it's free, and all your parents seem to be already commenting on your personal page. Maybe you should move them off onto a business page." So I just did a basic one on Canva for them. That was it.
Nice.
She saw the benefits, and today she just messaged me saying, "Hey, can you add this person to be admin?" So admin, and then I jumped out of it. So then it's all in.
Awesome.
So yeah, it's funny. Hey, like Facebook's been around for how long?
10 years?
10 years.
Yeah.
You still have people
Probably
that
more.
just
Something like that.
very basic uses of it still.
Mhm.
Social media is not everyone's jam, man,
Yeah,
and I have
that's
to
true.
say, like, I totally get why. I think we've touched on this before, but certainly if you're not careful with how you use it, it can definitely affect your mental health, which is an appropriate thing to talk about given our Movember project that we're doing this month.
Mhm.
So yeah,
Good segue, Matty.
nice segue, right?
Perfect.
Yeah, check this one out.
Yeah,
There it
it's
is.
Special topic for today, which is social media addiction stalks Vietnam.
I totally agree with the level of social media use and need for validation in Vietnam is quite high compared to in Australia. Well, maybe the ratio numbers are different, but I know a lot of people in my age generation, unless they're entertainers or actually self-employed and stuff, I will see a lot of their posts. But just a lot of my friends in general don't use it as much, and they only sort of go on to like. And even when you go to their page, there's not a lot of recent posts. And I guess it's maybe because of that generation. But when you go a little bit younger, down to, I guess, the millennials and Gen Z, the later millennials, sorry, and Gen Z, then you start to see that they're the ones that feel that being given an opportunity to go into this electronic world, it's so easy to try and make money by tapping a few buttons than going out there and kneading some dough and putting it in an oven and stuff like that. Do you know what I mean?
Have you guys noticed that you could set limits on your phone for specific apps?
Yeah, but then wouldn't you just turn it off?
Exactly, because I was watching a podcast about this. Some of the guys brought it up as well, and they said that they're trying to limit the hours they spend on specific apps, but when they get that notification, it only takes 3 steps to override it. So even though, for example, you've set 2 hours, a 2-hour limit for Facebook, pops up onto your phone, he just goes bam 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 off, and then he just continues on.
It is a slight extra step, but yeah, probably not enough.
Yeah,
it needs to actually lock you out properly, because you know how you put your passcode in wrong 3 times, it locks you out for 2 minutes.
Yeah,
and then more, it goes longer and longer.
Yeah.
So I think some, like, there's apps that do this thing already, but they're third-party apps. They're not integrated into Android or iOS, but there are apps that like will deliberately lock you out of like once you've set it up, you can
There's
set
no way to go in at all.
no
until the next day.
until the
That's
next day.
good.
Yeah. So this thing exists already, but it is a third-party app, and I can't remember the name of it, but I've seen this product somewhere already. I guess if you just Google app to lock apps within your phone or something like that, like, it would probably come up. But yeah, it's a good invention.
What would you lock on your phone? What app would you lock? Right at this very moment.
Instagram.
Instagram or Facebook.
Yeah, right now I've been back on the Instagram a lot more. I was on the TikTok when I was doing a lot of the dual self content and the mates, but I haven't made any content on that.
It would be interesting. Actually, what we should do is we should follow this up for next week on Monday.
Screen time.
Screen time. Let's check out our screen time next
For a
Monday. Yeah, just see what it is. We'll do the week, just what we did for the week, and then what we did for the last 30 days, just so we could see the average of what we're spending and what the biggest one is. The funniest one I saw last night from the podcast I saw, guy was like, yeah, I was on TikTok for this. The other guy goes, yeah, TikTok's my majority winner. And then the co-host was like, anyone else get a delivery app as their number one or second?
Really?
Like, yeah, highest one as far as social media.
probably wouldn't surprise me if they are leaving their phone unlocked with the map of like where the driver is. That's what immediately jumps to mind for me.
That's true.
Mine is usually YouTube actually,
Yeah.
because when I go to bed, I'm watching YouTube, and then sometimes I play music, and then I just fall asleep. So the YouTube usually stays on, but
I'm running on that. I'm running SoundCloud a lot, but usually it's in the background if I'm like writing or working or whatever. I'll have SoundCloud actually playing, but with the phone locked.
Yeah.
So that may come up really high.
That's
for me,
okay.
depending on
That's
the
pretty
time.
fair, because you're not spending time on
Actively
sound.
doing it,
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly. You're not buried in front of
Why
it.
don't we have a look at our screen time now? Just
Ooh.
to see what it's
All right. All right.
I'm not going to do that.
All right.
Pornhub.
Ooh,
Let
do they
me-
have an app?
Let me have
I don't know.
let me have a look really quickly.
Look, daily average 1 hour 15 minutes.
That's not too bad. What's yours?
Wait, I don't even know where to find it.
No, but I do use 2 phones though.
You can't
it's-
cheat
This,
like
is,
that,
this is
mate.
the only one with the SIM though.
Splits. Wait, I'm just trying to find where I could do it on.
Do you know? Can you show him where it is?
No, this is Android. I'm on
Go to
Android.
your settings.
Yeah, you just go search.
Well, on this phone,
Smart man.
my top 5 is
Um,
Messenger, TikTok, Instagram, WhatsApp, Messages, Grab, Zolo.
Oh, but those are pretty negligible. The big one there is Messenger and TikTok and Instagram. They're the three big ones for you.
Facebook.
Yep.
Twitter.
This is for day. What's yours for the week? That's for the daily.
Oh, this is the daily.
Mhm.
Well, okay. So for the day, apparently I've been on my phone 3 hours and 51 minutes for
Oof.
today.
Almost 4 hours. That's a lot.
Yeah.
What are your big ones?
Hmm?
What are your big ones?
Facebook for an hour, Twitter for 38 minutes, Instagram for 28 minutes.
There you go. They're the top 3.
I would say this phone, because there's no SIM in it,
Mm.
I would use the most it'll be this OBS camera,
Yep.
because we stream off this camera. It's like hours all the time, right? Spotify.
Mm.
I would say YouTube and Instagram, because it's a better sound on here. And the thing is, I watch YouTube on my laptop or on the TV, but when we go to bed, because it's too bright for Mio, I turn the TV off and then I clip it and watch it from my phone.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
It's funny. It says here that I'm already 31 minutes more than yesterday. So yesterday I was only at 3 hours and 30 minutes.
Probably too busy being hungover yesterday.
but
mate.
remember, once it passes 12 midnight, it counts.
Yeah.
So you can watch it
true.
when you come home.
No, I wasn't on my phone at all.
I sometimes try to watch some YouTube and stuff when I get home after like going out or drinks or whatever, but almost inevitably just pass out within minutes.
That is true. That is
Love
true. But shout out to our guest on Friday, Dallas.
Dallas, yes.
Who spoke about all these things over the stream on Friday. I don't know if you
Like
saw it,
social
Maddie,
media
but
detox
he
and stuff.
was doing a social media detox. 7 months.
What's that?
7
7
months of no social media.
Just only only chatting apps, like to message.
Yeah.
That
So
was it.
and his screen time per day is 2 hours.
As in he was limiting himself to 2 hours.
Yeah. And there was no Facebook, no Instagram. The 2 hours was specifically for getting back to you.
Right. But he's done a lot of things, not just social media.
No touching. No touching.
No touching anyone. No self-soothing.
Yeah, no self-soothing.
That's why important people with self-soothing. I would definitely like to touch me. I would love to touch me. Because he's a hunger. So much. He's a hunger, but he did it because
It made him appreciate it.
yeah. So when he came back to it, it was all about it.
Yeah. Like a high five. He said,
Even though talking.
but he was big on biohacking. So basically just challenging his mind and just yeah.
He lives solo in this massive house, basically decked out as a whole entertainer's sort of room. It's like the
Here in Saigon?
Da Nang.
Da Nang, yeah.
We got to go there next time. There's a workout MMA sort of pit upstairs on the rooftop. He's got a Dungeons and Dragons room where they play a lot of cool games.
Mm.
There's a sex room. There's when it's nighttime, it's all red and pink lights.
The dungeon.
Only.
Yeah.
Because that
The sex
that
dungeon.
moon helps.
Yeah.
It's my breather.
Proper performer. Nice. Yeah. See, but it says here, digital 2021 also noted that Vietnamese use of the internet goes for an average of 6 hours and 47 minutes a day.
It's a lot.
That's a
For
lot.
the average person.
Yeah.
Average of 6, yeah, but that's all of the internet. So that's not social media, just all of the internet. So I guess a lot of that could include like news and work, especially. Yeah, that's what I would imagine a lot of that's work.
Yeah, it says there, including 2 hours and 21 minutes on social media. So for people addicted to social media, like Trang, the daily access time can go up to 5 or 6 hours. But you notice when they go to coffee, they're on their phone.
Yeah.
Go to the restaurant, they're on their phone.
I'm not sure. So I wonder if this is specific to Vietnam. Like I think probably there's less awareness in non-Western countries.
Mhm.
I'm not sure if this is accurate, but this is my gut feeling would be there's less awareness in non-Western countries about the actual dangers of that. That's what I imagine anyway. So
The other thing I can add to this is I think if you're a creator, especially, and then you start getting, especially on TikTok, once you start getting a little bit of traction and then a rush of followers instantly, you're already automatically feeling obliged. Shit, what do I do now? And
Yeah.
they start making content, start making more. I have a friend who's a magician, excellent magician in Australia. He's a street busker, professional street busker, doing it for over 15 years. And he full time basically, but he also does other gigs. But that was his jam when he started. And he was in Brisbane, and he had what an average sort of Australian would have as a follower in terms of performer. And then when he moved to Sydney, which is obviously a bigger market, the algorithms changed. He started just doing short, quick videos on TikTok on quick snap visual tricks. And within a span of maybe 3 months, nearly 1 million followers.
wow, that exploded, didn't it?
Exploded. But when he was already on 200,000, 300,000, he was like, oh shit. And I kept seeing, because I follow him already, I kept seeing him come up on newsfeed, and it was just new tricks all the time. And that's just an example of now that you have so many people following you, they're expected to see material all the time. You can't just put something out that goes viral and then they follow you and then they go, hey, he hasn't released anything. What's going on? They might unfollow you.
Plus, you also get so not just the expectation that you keep posting, but like also, I mean, social media is designed to give you that little quick rush of dopamine when you're rewarded by comments or likes or whatever, and then that encourages you. It trains you like a monkey, I suppose. It trains you to continue doing it just to get more and more of that dopamine, that validation, that attention from people on social media. So. I think that's obviously one of the dangers is that you don't want to get used to that. You don't want to be dependent on social media for your own satisfaction or mental health. Or
Definitely.
I think that's the right word to use.
Well, if you're watching Street Magician, they call it that Street Magician dude, Jason Ma. He's got long hair, typical Aussie guy, great sense of humor, married to a Japanese girl as well. And his tricks are like, sleight of hand, everything is really, really good. Really, really good. So once you hit the 1 million, we'll get him on the show and do a little demo. And you guys will love it because he does stuff that's different to me. So really good, really good.
Look who's decided to join us.
Oh,
Sean's
give us a
gone.
look at your face. Give us a look at your face.
Are you alive after that jerry can of petrol that you drank last night?
You know what? I'm not feeling too bad actually, and surprisingly, I felt pretty good after drinking the petrol. So just laid in bed all day though. So it was
What time did you get home?
6 a.m.
Damn.
Did you dress up as anything?
Huh?
Did you dress up as anything?
No, we just we had a barbecue and we were drinking petrol at my girl's house, and then
Drinking petrol.
and then after that, I thought we were just gonna have a chill night, and then they said we're going to the karaoke, and we ended up going to this karaoke in the little underground hidden spot that we got to go to, and went in like secretly, like closed the gate really quick, and then went to the room, and then the more and more fun started happening. So
I bet. I can only imagine.
It was good. It felt fun. It felt like normal again, so it was cool.
That's cool.
But yeah, I shaved up today. I actually cut myself.
Shit.
It's all right. At least he's
I
clean.
never cut myself too. I've like never cut my head, but today I was a little careless and cut too quick.
Well, we've only got one more guy to shave today. As you
Yeah.
can see, Matty Eyes shaved yesterday.
I did my trim.
Yeah,
Looking good.
I'm pretty clean as well.
Yeah, but Matt's beard grows every 3 minutes.
He's like Homer Simpson. You ever see it on The Simpsons where he shaves and he just goes,
And it just goes
Straight
back.
up.
Yeah, it just keeps going back and faster.
yeah, that's Matty.
No, but doesn't he stick? Well,
Oh, that's
he
right.
teaches Bart how to shave. And
He sticks all the
you shave,
tissues.
and then you take a little bit of toilet paper here, you put it here, and put it
Here,
here, put it
here.
everywhere else you cut yourself.
But yeah, I mean my facial hair grows pretty quick, so I think like at the end of the month the stash will be pretty big or decent. So
Mm-hmm.
it's gonna be.
Is everything open there in High Kong?
Yeah, everything's open.
Is there still things that are closed?
Just the karaoke, the massage, and the some karaoke, and the clubs are closed. But like the pubs are open, the restaurants. I was at the mall yesterday, and it was like madness. Like I wanted to get the fuck out. I haven't been around that many people in so long. It was like I felt like anxious. Like I like needed to get out.
Soft is what we call it.
So I also had a similar experience last week. I was riding through one of the housing projects in District 5, where it's like kind of like these high-rise apartments, maybe 5 or 6, maybe 5 stories high, and it's kind of just like condos, but like real old school and like very, very local. And rode the motorbike through one of these projects, and suddenly there was like a night market with like 10,000 people.
Shit.
And basically like roasted the market, and I'm kind of like,
Where?
I feel a little weird. I need to get out of here. So yeah, I totally understand that anxiety of being surrounded by people, and it sort of people not really maybe not caring about the whole COVID situation.
Do you guys think
Yeah.
it's the mindset of being locked down for the last 5 months, being like alone or just with minimal people, and then all of a sudden there's this gush of like, because I kind of felt it last night in the club when I walked into Zion, and I was like, okay, this is cool, but then I walked through the dance floor, and there was probably, I would say, 50-60 people on the dance floor, and I was like, in my mind, I'm like, are we all, even though I knew that they were only letting people in that was green pass, but I still kind of felt in the back of my head, I'm like,
Still
man,
feel
it's
wrong.
like it's doesn't feel right now. It's like I feel kind of congested.
Yep. I know what you mean.
No,
It's
right.
like a
It's a strange
slightly
feeling.
anxiety-inducing for me.
Well, I told Pat yesterday
Definitely being congested.
there was a post or a tweet. Someone said the best Halloween costume would be this: is you go to a Halloween packed full of people wearing Halloween. Everyone's dressed up, and typically your most typical Halloween costume would be like more of the horror, scary Halloween, right?
Mhm.
It's only in recent times people started wearing whatever superheroes, but you rock up as yourself, no costume, just as yourself. Walk in, and people go, what are you supposed to be?
Hey, what's your costume?
I just went as myself, unvaccinated. And the people go, no.
And then start sneezing.
Yeah. That would be awesome, actually.
Yeah.
I'm COVID-19.
We have the
Pat, how did it feel?
article
Back in the
here.
club?
for Pat.
Yeah, it was really good, man.
We have not.
I was a little rusty last
You got
night on the
one?
decks.
Were you?
A little
Rusty?
bit.
In what way was rusty? What do you mean?
Just
Transitions were
no, my transitions were good. It's just a matter of the song choices. I just didn't know what songs to play because it was like I haven't played for 6 months, and I'm like, okay, what do I play? But everyone still enjoyed it, and plus,
Did you play?
I wanted to, but because I downloaded the remix that you sent me by Zed.
Yeah.
So I had it, but I had to play hip hop and R&B last night. so I couldn't really drop that.
You could have put it at the end, though.
Yeah, couldn't really drop it, and plus I haven't really downloaded much music, so I still played the old stuff that I usually play. But everyone still had fun. People were still there at 2:00 when I finished. There was one more DJ after me, so. And everyone was dressed up, which was good to see.
We have this article here. It says Ho Chi Minh City restaurant cafe owners evoke mixed feelings as on-site dining allowed. You guys went to a couple of drinking spots before.
Mate,
before
Ed's
the
been
weekend.
to every Quenya.
Yeah,
Yeah, I've seen his
Everyone
stories.
that's open. Yeah,
It was
everyone
good.
that's
So
open.
we went to basically near the canal on Nam Ki Kon Yao, I think it was.
Mm.
Yeah, basically just like a street Quang Yao, and it was nice. It was busy. There was a lot of people. People were enjoying. Yeah, it was a nice vibe. But then I believe the rule was that they were supposed to close by 9 p.m.
Yeah.
And at 9:20 p.m. the police turned up and sort of had a chat to the owners, and there wasn't. Then they kind of left, and then about 15 minutes later they came back again, and then really the staff that belonged to the Quang Yao really started packing up everything, and they didn't kick people out, but with the police sort of like hanging around, they made it clear that everyone was expected to finish up their drinks and fuck off home or wherever.
Yeah.
So then after that we went to a bar around the corner, which then also got shut down another 20 minutes later by the same police.
Is it because of the no alcohol rule?
No, I think I could be wrong. So correct me if I'm wrong, guys. But I believe that alcohol is okay, but the 9 p.m. curfew was the thing that they were.
That's the deadline.
picking on.
Yeah, like they've been allowing it, as I told you when I rode past the other night. There was people drinking everywhere, but the 9 p.m. curfew is
More serious.
like that. Yeah.
What about sign?
Yeah,
Cool.
how late were they allowed to be
I
open?
mean, you would think that that's more dangerous. Actually.
I don't know.
Well, it's
I don't
kind of
know.
outdoor.
I don't know how
Yeah,
I don't know how the clubs are doing it, or the bars, or the those cocktail bars. But for the ones where you eat outside, I think they're definitely at 9 o'clock. But I think Abbott said it the best. Money, money, money.
Yeah.
Money
It's so.
talks.
In a rich man's world. Yeah, I mean, around my area here, there isn't a lot that's open in terms of sit down. There's very limited seating. Some places are still doing takeaway, even though their seating is limited too. And when I came to pick up some food, which I want to try and take you guys after this if you're keen, just around the corner here.
Yeah.
They said, "Oh, just take away this day," but we take it away and we go to 3T Coffee and eat it there, which is fine. But yeah, just looking forward to those little Vietnamese eats. Like there's a Gom Tam restaurant here, just all breakfast Gom Tam is a really nice spot to come eat. But when that gets into action, I think everything should be good.
Looking forward to it. So tell us about the article. What's the mixed feelings?
I think from what I read,
It
it's
is, basically, that's all it is.
It's just that they're not being able to really maximize their business. It's mixed emotions with some, because some are like happy that they're getting customers. Some are happy that it's half-assed.
I mean, as a business owner, put yourself in their shoes. You would also feel like these are the rules that they've been given. You can open like 50% capacity.
Yep.
I guess the 9 p.m. Curfew, green passes, stuff like that. So, as an owner, if you want to be sure that you will not have any issues with, I guess, possible outbreaks or any other problems, they are still careful who's coming in the door, because it's people that haven't seen for a long time.
Right. Yes.
Like if I opened it and I say, okay, guys, I'm reopening, and I just tell my friends, you guys can come first, then it's different because there's a bit of that trust issue. But then you said, yeah, open, anyone can come through the door now. It's a little bit,
Yeah.
I think it's just getting used to it. You just got to get used to it again.
That mindset.
Yeah. I mean, I guess we're being like eased back into like reopening, but in a like a slower, more controlled way versus just go all out straight away. Which is, I mean, realistically, it's probably not a bad idea, given how bad the lockdowns have been and how bad the situation has been over the last 4 months. So, to me, that makes perfect sense. I think that the struggle, in my mind at least, is the lack of clarity in the communications and decision making, sort of flip flopping back and forth between this is happening, no, actually now this is happening.
Yeah.
For example, last week's thing about are we allowed to serve alcohol or not? Can you have air conditioning in a restaurant or not? What if it's a street place? Yeah.
The other thing I also think is like costs and the I don't want to say inconvenience, but like the getting dressed up, I guess.
Mhm.
We've been locked down for so long. A lot of people learn how to cook, and we had a barbecue on the weekend at home for about 8 people, and everything that we bought, including Pat brought over some meat, Tommy brought over some wine and stuff, but not including the wine. For 8 people, with the meat and everything, of what we bought and could make ourselves, it worked out to be about 120,000 each. And there was plenty of food left over.
We didn't even finish half.
We didn't finish half of it. And then we had wine and beers and stuff like that. But then when you put that against like going out, a decent barbecue, or you can go to Sumo Barbecue, which is 330,000 all you can eat, which is a good deal as well. But I think now that everyone's a bit more frugal on spending, the only advantage of you going out is obviously not having to clean up afterwards, not having to prepare it, and the service. Because if it's not that, what else do you do? You're going out to eat, and then where do you go after?
Yeah.
Whereas when you're at home, you eat. Okay,
You can be comfortable. Yeah, totally get that.
You can. The only thing is you got to clean up afterwards. That's about the outside. But then you have everyone there. That's good comfortable space. You can go. That's what I think they're also competing with.
Yeah, definitely. My experience in Australia when lockdowns were lifted there, and this is the flip side to it, is I run events in Australia as well. I found that once the lockdowns were lifted in Queensland, where I'm from, we had a huge surge of people coming to events and going out and enjoying their newfound freedom again. So it'll be interesting to see how that plays out here in Vietnam, because obviously it's a completely different culture. And I think that there's probably going to be a lot more people struggling financially. So, if that's the big, like if that's sort of like the overriding factor, then there probably won't be as much of a like here.
Yeah.
But it could easily go the other way as well, like it did in Australia. So yeah, I'm very curious to see how it goes.
Yeah, we mentioned that last time. Whether how long are people going to keep coming back? Like the clubs itself, it's like, are they going to keep continuing every weekend like they used to, or is it going to be cut down to like twice a month or once a month thing? Yeah,
Interesting. I mean, look, I think this is just hypothetical. If there was a festival next weekend, people will go.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Like a big one.
Yeah.
People will go. So good. They just go, look, we're going to do a festival. These are the conditions. This is the possible ticket.
I know Sean would go. He'd drink some petrol beforehand, though.
Well, cinemas are reopening.
Yeah.
Oh,
Right.
man.
I think it was supposed to be last week, but maybe got delayed a little bit. But they should be opening. Probably this week they'll be open.
We're going to try and get a stream
everything
in there.
should be.
I'm looking forward to seeing June and the new James Bond movie for sure.
Yes. Show.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you just joined us, featuring Barbecue Squad, don't go away. We'll be back. Yo, welcome back to the stream, boys. Boys, what's our random news for the day? Boys,
Well, since Sean didn't have
Yes.
it prepared.
Okay. Hey,
Because he was,
hold on. I got to
thinking-
take a call, you guys.
Okay, go for it, mate.
go take some
I
petrol.
thought I'd leak this one out. So we have an artifact fetches $693,000 at a Spanish auction from the Nguyen dynasty.
Ooh,
But my question is, how did it get to Spain? That's the real question.
is it genuine? We know it's genuine.
Yeah. So a Vietnamese Mandarin cap, believed to be from the Nguyen dynasty, has sold for £600,000 or euros at a bulkless auction in Spain. So the question is, how did it get there?
Yuan Dynasty items introduced. It is researcher. Cap belonged to well preserved and similar artifacts on display in the capitals. Couldn't be traced back to its owner, as such information would increase its cultural value. But yeah, nothing further about how it got to Spain.
Have you guys been to the Ming Dynasty?
What's that?
It's out in Hue. They have the whole, the remains of what's left of that whole complex. It's like massive.
Oh, okay, that's that. Okay,
that's the
yes,
Ming Dynasty.
I've been to that castle. Look, you're talking about the castle in the middle of the city, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been there a couple of times. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the Ming Dynasty.
So it says here that due to wars and natural disasters, many valuable artifacts fell into the hands of Western collectors. How? Who knows? And those found inside Vietnam are few. I think the government should begin an investigation into artifacts in countries like the US, France, and Spain, and try to claim them back either through diplomatic or legal means. Artifacts are not only for monetary value, more importantly, they hold cultural values.
So, how? Two things. If that's a genuine picture of it, it looks pretty good condition.
Yeah.
And how do you authenticate that?
Oh, there's ways to do that.
Yeah.
There's experts who like know what things
To know
look
how,
for, like work
how old it is and stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Well,
Wow.
and then it's not just like the experts look at like the techniques that were used in the making of it, but then there's also things like carbon dating, for example. So it's like you can actually tell through scientific means. You take like a sample from the actual thing that you're trying to date, and by the condition of the actual materials inside it,
It'll trace it back.
you can determine like when the things were actually made or produced
Wow.
into their current form.
That still looks really. I mean, it's supposed to be how long ago? Like, it looks pretty good condition.
Yeah. What does it say? Like how many hundred years old?
I don't know if it says where was it. 19th century, early 20th century.
Yeah, right.
Wow.
So yeah, a long time.
Yeah.
I did remember seeing this documentary about illegal selling of artifacts. For example, people finding stuff in Egypt, let's say, and then trying to smuggle it
out. Yeah.
smuggle it out overseas. There was a lot of I remember statues, like the Greek statues that would have gone into the water, and that have divers go in specifically looking for these things. Even if it's like a quarter of the face of the statue, it's worth like a lot of money because it dates back so far in the history of it. And then this guy would then find a way to smuggle it back to his country. So they would get specific, not drug dealers, but actual
Smugglers.
artifact smugglers who would then take it to country and then eventually have it. And then they went undercover to these guys that were selling it, and they were selling it directly from their house. And the guys would go, "Hey, so how did you get this artifact?" And then they'd be like, "Oh, this is all legal. We have all the invoices. We have all the paperwork for it." But then these guys already knew like all the paperwork was fake because it was illegal for them to have. But they were selling them for a lot of money.
It's an interesting, actually, I think this is an interesting moral question to say, do these artifacts that belong to the past, should they belong to the current country that is located in that territory, or should it belong to the people who maybe have spent a lot of time and energy tracking them down or finding them? And which one is it? Because you can't be both. Like you can't split the artifact in half. It's one or the other.
Yeah.
Well, it's kind of like Indiana Jones kind of thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, finders keepers, right?
Yeah. There was a guy in the documentary. They were specifically looking for these things, and then when they found a specific one, they would give it to the museum.
Yeah.
And then they would keep it there as so the people could enjoy it rather than people
What's out of
selling
what's
it
in it for the person that finds it? Do they
Oh,
get
nothing.
Nothing.
That was that was his mission.
This is just his joy to get that.
Yeah.
Would he even get his name there? So found by.
No.
For sure they would.
Yeah.
For sure they would. But I mean, yeah, it's an interesting moral conundrum, especially if you take it a little further and say, hey, what about all these historic and extremely valuable items that are, for example, in the London Museum of Art or whatever it may be? Given that the UK had the world's largest empire for many years, and in many cases, like through colonial times, like plundered the countries that they colonized essentially. Should they need to give back these artifacts to places like India and Pakistan, for example, or wherever else, half of Africa basically? Should they be forced to give it back, or should they be allowed to keep them?
Lost treasures.
Lost treasures.
I think it's finders keepers.
Yeah, I mean, because it's not claimed by anyone.
Yeah, but morally, you should give it back.
I think, yeah.
Well, here's the thing: they might have been claimed by someone before, but had no power to actually, is might right?
Yeah.
Just because Britain as an empire was strong enough to go in and with force and colonize a place and take it over and steal all the stuff.
That's true.
Is might right? Should they be allowed to keep it? Given that these days maybe we're a little more enlightened and we can anyway. Interesting question.
Very interesting.
Mm.
Very, very interesting question indeed.
We'll have to ring Indiana Jones and ask him.
Or Nick Cage from National Treasure.
That's true. That's true.
Actually, about a week ago, there was an interesting news article about, I think, an American guy who discovered a sword, like a medieval sword that I believe used to belong to like the Spanish Armada or something like that. And it was somewhere off the coast of Africa where it was found. And so the actual origin of it was discovered, and there was a legal challenge by, I think, Spain, trying to get the artifact, saying that this is like a national treasure. This, the people of Spain lay claim to this because it's like, part of Spain's history.
You should surrender it.
You should surrender it.
Mm.
And I believe the legal challenge was defeated and the guy got to keep the sword. But it was an incredibly well preserved sword that was discovered under the ocean and somehow wasn't rotted away.
Yeah.
Wow.
Nice. So what do you do when you find a $5 note? Do you surrender it or do you keep it?
Straight to the cabaret club, guys.
Straight to the pokies for a slap.
What would you do? If it's a large amount, you probably keep it, right?
Well,
in Japan, they would give it back.
do
to
you remember the
police.
taxi driver that found like $80,000 in his cab and he surrendered it, and then the guy that actually forgot the $80,000 gave him some money for it?
How much though?
I think he gave him a couple of thousand.
It's all right.
I think if you're going to be losing 80 grand cash in a taxi, that's probably not the kind of person that you would want to double cross and not give their money back to,
Yeah.
Actually, so I think legally in Australia, if you find anything like that in a public place, you're legally required to hand it in.
Yeah.
And if the owner of the property doesn't make a claim within, I think, 3 months,
Gets given to you.
It gets you get to keep it. Yeah. There was a case recently when a guy found a large amount of cash on his property that he purchased, and because it was private property, he was entitled to keep all of it, and not required to hand it in or anything like that.
There was also the guy in Colombia who bought a farmland and he found barrels of cash.
Yes.
And it belonged to Pablo Escobar.
A lot of the cash was rotted.
It rotted
There
away,
was still some good
but there was
notes.
still some good notes. But he was like, because I knew who this belonged to, I was giving it back. There was no thought of keeping it.
Couldn't get one note.
Yeah. But what would you do? Like, for example, you're walking down the river here, Huangsha River, and you see just a bag. No one around.
Bag.
Just a plastic bag.
Tied up, looks like rubbish.
Just a black one. It's semi-open, and you see some notes flying out of it because of the wind. And then so you're intrigued. You go, oh, what's this? I'm seeing 500K notes. Going closer.
bag of money.
It's just a bag of 500K notes.
I think I would be doing this first. Let's say I'd come in, I'd be like, okay, notes. I'd have to do this first.
Look around.
Smart
And
man,
then
smart
just
man.
like, pretend I'm throwing rocks around and just
Pretend you trip over. Oh, tie your shoelaces.
Tie your shoelace even though you're wearing thongs.
Grab the bag and run away.
But I wouldn't run away. I'd grab a bag. I just look around just to keep and then go.
Very subtle, very subtle.
Very subtle.
I think I would. I don't know if I would keep it in first thought. I think I would go somewhere safe and just really check it out, and then make a decision. I'd call someone like one of you guys or whatever.
Yeah.
Yo, this is what I
Maddie,
found.
what would you do?
I'd make sure that I was wearing my mask. Number one,
Like anthrax.
like no. I mean, like
Just
face
so no one
mask
can
so
see
people
it?
don't know it's me.
Yeah.
and then I would think to
I
see.
don't know it's you. I think we would know it's you.
No, I mean, if I found a bag of cash and I was by myself, right? I'd make sure that I was as anonymous as possible,
Mhm.
and then I would poke it with a stick on my feet or something to see if there was like some sort of trap. And then I think that I would try to make sure that I'm as anonymous as possible. So, for example, make sure that my motorbike number plates aren't anywhere near the bag
Mhm.
where it can be recorded. And look around, see if there's anyone around. If there's nowhere, grab it, take it.
Nice.
Have a big weekend.
Nice.
I think so.
I
Because
will.
I don't. If it's in the river, that means they must have thrown away for something.
Yeah. I would probably look at it, have a gander, have a squeeze, just take half the bag.
Ooh, half.
That's hard.
I'd take half the bag and leave the other half.
Plausible deniability?
Yeah.
Why? Explain.
Because then if people come back for it, they're not going to come back to nothing.
Or
Valid.
if you have another bag on you that's similar, fill it with rocks. Like on the Squid
Game.
But put the top part with some notes. It
Yeah.
still looks like
Yeah.
it's notes.
Actually, that's a great idea.
Yeah.
Now, I would probably just take half of it, leave half. So if the guy does come back or the woman, then there's still something there. They won't feel like shit.
But I have a feeling you'll be riding past it every hour. No one's come back for it. Yeah, okay, we'll
Probably,
take the rest.
probably.
Take the rest.
But I'd be happy with half. Imagine a full bag worth of 500 Ks. Not bad.
Not a bad score.
Straight to Zion. That's what I would
Straight to Zion. Bottles for everyone.
Who's our
Guest.
mystery guest here?
Well, hello, May.
May
Kunahito.
Kunahito.
Sounds Japanese.
Sounds Japanese.
Hello, my name is May, the guidance counselor of Academia High School.
Interesting.
May.
Hello, May. Nice of you to
Thank you.
join us. It's coming from YouTube.
Sean, are you ready to come back on? Well, while you guys have a chat, I'm gonna go get ready.
Oh,
and I'll get this camera ready so you can also log on to it.
Ooh, excited.
what everyone has been waiting for. PD Magic is about to shave.
Get on it, mate. Do you need someone to hold it for
Cleanly
you?
Baby
shaved.
The
Baby
face
face
assassin.
magic is what we call him. It has been a while, so it's gonna be interesting to see what he looks like. I know we've seen the app removal for his hair, but it's gonna be interesting to see what it's gonna look like.
All right, so
Can we hold it? I'll hold it for you.
All right.
All right, go with him.
Excited.
Go with him. While we do that, ladies and gentlemen, we're just gonna cut to a quick Pomodoro. Once we come back, we'll have PD Magic on the line, shaving his beard.
Commodore. I don't see a Commodore.
Yo, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. You're joining us for Q-Stream Vibes with the Q-Boys. If you haven't noticed, PD Magic is about to shave off for Movember. Once again, the link is scrolling through the screen right now. So Movember, raising awareness for men's health. The boys have all cleanly shaved, and for the month of November, we will be growing our mustaches.
Mustache.
And Sean is clean shaved. Matty I is sort of clean shaved. I'm sort of clean shaved. That's the best that I can do. As you can see now live on screen, PD Magic is going for it, going for the baby face look. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. So the donation link is on the screen. So please go ahead and click on the link and start your donations forward.
Okay.
It's going to go to a good cause,
Just mock test, right?
raising awareness for men's health.
Then I think they
Take
all of
extra.
them fail at this.
And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. All coming off.
Okay.
Hey.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yeah. Actually, I really like that. That looks good on you, dude.
Okay.
Show me. Bro, that looks good on you. Yeah.
Okay.
Yo, that actually looks really good on you. Yeah, it looks awesome. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. The final stage. I actually shaved the bottom bit off first.
Yeah, shave the bottom first.
We don't need to see it. Here we go. In action.
Yes.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, the donation link is there on the bottom. Movember.com /T/Q Squad Mobros. That's our team name. Our team name is Mobros for Movember for the Q Squad.
This is so good. I love it. Oh my god.
Amazing. By the way, I don't think Petey has shaved this short for such a long time now. So this is a brand new look. So it's worthwhile for you guys to make your donations.
Oh god, he looks 21 again.
Yep. So we're all gonna take pictures of the crew. So Sean, take a selfie. Please
Okay.
send it to our group chat so we can make a poster for all four of us. And then we
Before
can
and
do
after.
progress pictures as we go by the month. 30 days is a long time. We're gonna have to grow it. By the way, Sean, which one were you growing again?
I think
Oh my goodness.
I might do the wisp or the after 8.
Ah, okay.
We'll switch it back to this one here.
Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado,
Come through, Matty. Yeah, I think so.
Oh my
Petey Magic
god.
cleanly shaved for the first time. I can't take him seriously.
Whoa.
Actually, it looks good,
Not
dude.
matter, actually.
It looks
It looks
good.
good.
You have a very photogenic face, mate.
Bro, no, you look
Because the thing with me is like,
you look so much. I
my
can't
top-
stop looking at your top lip.
my top lip is not very, like, it's thin. So when I have the moustache, it sort of balances that out. But now it's like,
I can't stop looking at your top lip. No, that looks good though.
Yeah,
Looks
it looks
good.
good. You look young. Really young. Young 17.
all right, so this is day one.
Day one, ladies and gentlemen. Once
Day
again,
one.
donation link scrolling through the bottom of your screen.
And the link's also in the
Right there.
description box of the whatever it's on Facebook, YouTube, whatever as well.
Maddie, I get a close up. Show them your little stubble, which is usually generally shorter than what he has it.
Yeah.
So that's
This is
good.
a lot- this is a lot shorter.
Yeah. a
So
lot
so
shorter.
we're only focusing on the mo. So obviously, Sean, if the rest of this keeps going, you just got to keep raising. I'm not raising, but like keep,
Trim the rest.
Yeah.
Don't trim the mo.
Yeah. keep the mo.
Keep this clean. In the background.
So
It's. I can't wait to see what Mio thinks of this.
This is going to be good.
Oh no.
It's not you. It's not you. Well, what if she starts kissing you more?
Ooh. What are you trying to say?
What if she calls you a different name? What if she's like Peter?
Oh yeah.
I like
this new.
Oh, Peter.
She does that because you know how like when you date someone, you don't really call them by their name anymore. You
Yeah.
call them baby
Yes.
or something like that.
Nickname,
And,
yes.
It's just funny because sometimes she imitates my mum.
Yeah.
When my mum comes in, mum calls me for my full name.
Yeah.
Oh, like 'cause when she's lecturing me, she goes, Peter Newman.
Oh no.
And my mum says that. I'm like,
Typical mother.
what? So the Mio sometimes goes, hey Peter. She tells me, hey Peter, do you want to do some skincare? I was like,
Do you cringe? Do you cringe?
I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
Well, that's it, guys. This is day one. We're gonna do the photos, and we'll keep them uploaded for everybody. So thanks for tuning in. Movember. Let's do this.
Movember.
Q Squad, Q Stream. We out of here. Happy Monday. Take care of yourself. See you tomorrow.
I heard you said you feel lonely. Nothing is right with